Hello? 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 Hello, Dash? Hello? How are you? Give me one sec. Oh, you're still there. It is peak streaming season. If by peak streaming you mean like just completely burnt out. This will start though. Because that is kind of the point of me streaming, is to more to like force myself to stream. Alright. Force myself to work on stuff. Otherwise, in my free time, I know that I'll just take a nap instead. That often is why I'm not streaming, is because I'm just taking a nap. Kind of wish I was taking a nap right now, actually. Alright, to switch. Boom. You know which show I finished recently? I finished... It's not a recent show whatsoever. But I did finish Euro Camp 2. Season 2? Is it just Euro Camp 2? I don't know. It wasn't very good though. It's neither here nor there. I don't really watch anime all that much, says the person who is currently finding the time to keep up to date with Demon Slayer. This point you're used to talking about anime? Yeah, just a little bit. You're a known chatter, but only because you show up every now and then to talk about anime. And you know what? I'm for it. I'm for it. I have been trying to keep up with anime news. Oh, you know what? This is what I needed to do. Go into here, close that. I do know that, what is a new show that's airing right now? Oshi no Ko. You hear that's pretty popular? So popular, in fact, that the number 2, or not the number 2, but the number was the number 1 song on the US Billboard Top 100, I think it was. It was the opening theme song for Oshi no Ko, but in English. That's pretty cool. And I listened to the song and I was like, oh, you know what? That is like a pretty good song. It's pretty crazy actually how they managed to pull it off in both English and Japanese, or I guess like how they managed to pull it off in Japanese, or managed to pull off the song in English. Yeah, even though it was originally written in Japanese. But you know, Reddit has some issues. Yeah, it's not because of AI. It's because of they're changing their pricing on API stuff. They're changing their pricing on some API stuff. Reddit did a Twitter? Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, and I suppose just like Twitter, it's gonna stick around. Maybe. Not sure. Not sure. Maybe it'll stick around. Like, Twitter's remained relevant thus far. More relevant than I would have expected. So maybe Reddit can stick around as well, even though they're losing most of their, not most of their moderators, but a good chunk of their power users. Hold on. So media pipe adapter. So the idea here is that every single one of the tracking solutions I have will need to have some sort of adapter to translate the data into either generic tracking data or blend shape tracking data. Because otherwise the data just comes to me as whatever, which is not super useful in the whole scheme of things. I think. I'm surprised how Elon managed to run a whole social media. Why are you surprised? Tell you what, how about you give me $42 billion and I'll show you how I can ruin some other piece of social media? Just let me a cool $42 billion real quick. I can ruin Facebook for you. Some face data, media, and I'm pretty sure I can store these as function pointers as well, which is important. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So protected. Methods. We'll just have two methods here, which is like hold on. Hold on. Become mainstream. That's how much everything has changed since 2020. Have things changed since 2020? Things mostly just seem to be the same, except for like more people are, you know, walking around outside, working in an office. Can't say I know. Can't say I know how it feels. I'm thinking, how do I do a static method for these? So because you can kind of have a completely abstract method. It would be better just to have a standalone adapter that has its own kind of static method that you then bind. Maybe this idea wasn't as good as I thought. You know what? This idea is not as good as I thought. Let's just keep it like this, and I just need to recompile the media pipes stuff out of this. So media pipe, say goodbye. Because that stuff already comes to me as just raw data anyways. Then the only big thing that I need to pull in is OpenCFace, and then I need to map OpenCFace stuff to this kind of abstract tracking data, and then also face data. Which shouldn't be too bad, I think. Future entertainment will be randomly generated from the VeggieTales. Is that true? You know, if they said that, I could totally believe it. Because VeggieTales was kind of out there, man. VeggieTales was out there. Like, simultaneously kind of weird because it's like religious entertainment, but also like surprisingly modern. I don't know how to describe it. Surprisingly timeless? It's a real quote? That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? I can do this. So include... This is going to be kind of weird. Yeah, let's do this. So for open, where are you at? Include, sorry, include open C face dot header include meow face dot header, and then tracking data. Where are you at? So tracking data. We can then do these two methods. Does that make sense? To have like a from kind of thing. So static, generate tracking data. And then usually this is where you would usually this is where you would use method overloading, but it's not valid in GDScript, so we instead have to do from OpenCFace. So this will be some sort of const OpenCFace data. Something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I put these includes in the wrong place. Data from meow face. Static, generic, tracking data from media pipe. And then this one is going to be a little more difficult because media pipe does not come to me as just raw data. It comes to me in its own struct, which is going to be a kind of a pain. I think we can just say it's going to be a variant. Let's see how that goes. So generic tracking data should be pretty easy as long as I provide an implementation. I still have my PR is still open for us. Let's see, media pipe. What does this give me? Baseline marker, and this is what I'm looking at. So they have their task there. Draw landmarks, nope. Show results, face landmarker results. Okay, so face vision. It's not here, it's GDMP, tasks, face landmarker results. Oh, dropping frames. Vision, face landmarker. Okay. So it has, okay. Oh, good. So it has the blend shapes and it has the landmarks. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with the landmarks, because it's actually not exactly what I was expecting. So that's the result. This is the face line marker. So you can initialize, detect async. These all do a thing. Isn't this kind of missing one part of it? Yeah, this is missing a part of it, isn't it? Because this is also supposed to give back a transform, which this thing here does not appear to be doing. Hold on. So detect async. This should call into their thing. Detect async. Result. The heck? Emit signal. What the heck is this? Hold on. I'm thinking. Isn't this should also have, yeah, like this is missing a method, isn't it? Vision task. This feels like it's missing a thing. Hold on. Tasks, container. I'm wondering where. I'm wondering where this comes from. Not this, but is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Media pipe classifications. Face blend shapes. Result. So okay, what is the result? The result is face landmarker result. Face landmarker results probably comes from media pipe, so not one of my things. It's from media pipe. Media pipe. Tasks CC vision. So media pipe tasks. CC vision. That was face landmarker, face landmarker, face landmarker. So the header file here. So these are the options, and then we're looking for face landmarker results. Face landmarker. Where is face landmarker results? Face landmarker options. Oh, face landmarker results. Face landmarker results. All right, so what is this? Okay, so this is what I need, because this contains the matrix 4. Because I'm not really sure what to do with the face landmarks. So actually, whatever I've been doing here has just been a complete waste of time until this thing here, the transformation matrix, is exposed. Because from there, I can then pull out the rotation and translation of the head, I think. I think, maybe, possibly. But let me just finish filling these out really quick though. So, generic tracking data. Open CFIS. So this is a ref counted. Instantiate. And then as long as that's valid data, and I'm pretty sure these should all be refs as well. So this should actually be a ref. Okay, and these also need to be refs. Well, they need to be wrapped in a ref or returning something else. And by something else, I mean a pointer to generic tracking data. But here it is, doesn't do anything for now until we pull out the data that we actually need. So data. So has several things. Set translation. Okay, so media pipe open C face, open C face. So these are all private or protected, but we can do get various get whatevers. So I think get raw Euler should be fine. So set translation to the raw Euler. What is your problem? Is type qualifiers or not? What do you mean? Object has type qualifiers that are not compatible with the member function. Object type is const open C face data. What do you mean? Shouldn't that be right? Type qualifiers that are not compatible with the member function. Has type qualifiers that are not compatible with the member function. And then it's complaining about object type const. Is it because like this needs to be a reference as well? That doesn't make any sense to me. Please don't be it. Okay, that's not it. That's good. Is it because it's a constant ref? It's confused. Not allowed. Okay. Confirm not allowed to do that. So get raw Euler. Actually, shouldn't these be constant functions as well? Since we're not going to be modifying them whatsoever. We'll change it later, I guess, if I need to. I think get rotation is what you want here. Get raw Euler. Gaze, data. Gaze. So luckily, OpenC face stuff tends to resemble the generic tracking data pretty well. So that is. There is no quaternion to factor 3. I open data. Hello? Please, code completion. Get is it just get I left? I think it's get I left. Am I missing something? Oh, sorry. Data. Open p data. Right. Oh, there is right eye open. What are these then? Get left eye open. Do these exist somewhere? These do exist somewhere. I forget what the difference between the two is. Like get left eye and get left eye open. Because I think they're both, yeah. They're both floats. But I don't remember what the difference is. And it's been too long. be asking yourself, wow, these all look like they fit perfectly. And this is data structure. Did you base them off each other? And the answer is yes. Yes, I did. Does this make a difference? No, the signature is slightly different. You should be allowed. Okay, so you are allowed to do that. Okay. Gonna make sure to make all of these slightly different as well. Ref, generic, tracking data. Base data. That's not how you do it. Okay, so from Meowface data, I believe I actually have a decent amount of things already. Hopefully I do. Isn't it some like head? Yeah, head position and head rotation. So head position. Is that right? It's a vector 3 set rotation data rotation. And then everything else is just kind of a crapshoot. Actually, no, because Meowface gives you left gaze, left eye rotation, which is a vector. I believe that actually comes to me as a vector 3, which is nice. Now, media pipe does not give me gaze at all, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with that. We'll think about it, though. And I believe left eye open, right eye open, those are all actually controlled by the blend shapes. So I would need to pull out the specific blend shape I'm looking for. So I guess what does leave to do? Mouth and eye position are based off of blend shapes. Figure out which one to look at first. Generic tracking data. So these things are also, these I guess adapters for the data are going to be used for VRM models that don't have, like, I believe they're just called perfect sync blend shapes. So if you only have like a stock VRM model, this is the kind of data that you'll be getting. From media pipe. Comes from some sort of variant. Not the greatest, to be sure. Not the greatest. But unfortunately, this class comes from just a completely separate library. And I'm not really sure how you're supposed to share like library definitions between each other. So what I do know that you can do is you can call just like get. You can get whatever you want. And then it'll give you a variance out of the thing. And then after that, I believe you just need to cast. But unfortunately, the one thing that I really need, I don't have access to. So I might just have to use like Meowface or something, which is fine. Yeah, because, isn't it? This thing I only get, yeah, I only get the blend shapes, and then I get the face landmarks, but I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with the face landmarks. Yeah, like I know that you can probably figure out pretty much everything that OpenSea Face has figured out from the landmarks, but I'd rather not. Patching in mat4 result. Alright, so that's for generic, and then we just need to bind these. Static method. So how do you bind static methods again? So how did I do that in Logger? Because this had a few static methods. Data. OpenSea Face. Tracking data. From Office, and then from media pipe. So only some of these are actually useful. Media pipe. Okay. So this one's especially important because I don't remember what any of those things are called. But I should still be able to at least move the thing around, which will be good enough to start out with. Tracking data. So I guess we kind of run into the opposite problem here. So given something that comes with blend shape tracking data, or if you're expecting to try to apply tracking data to something that comes with blend shapes already, but your input data does not have that stuff, what do you do? And honestly, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Sounds like it could be kind of a problem. Just a small one. Well, you know what? Generic tracking data doesn't have any of the it doesn't have any constructors. Generic tracking data. Yeah, so this doesn't need to have anything because these are all, they'll just get initialized correctly anyways, I think. Maybe, possibly. Haven't actually checked. Tracking data from OpenSea Face. Alright, so this is going to be very familiar. Blend shape tracking data. Data instantiates. And then sub. There we go. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. 1, 2. From Meowface. This is from Meowface data. And then this is from just a variance because this is from media pipe stuff. Still need to update that. This is always going to be a stub. Well, I'm pretty sure there's one thing I can do here. So this is media pipe will always have a method called get face blend shapes. Get face blend shapes. So I just need to call that, and then it should just work, maybe. Happy data. Call get face blend shapes face blend shapes, and then this will give me a variant. All right, now this I'm actually not sure. What does this mean? What is that sideways diamond? Does that mean that you can pass in? Okay, so you can actually pass in a type and say that we expect this to be a dictionary. Is that true? Yeah, that doesn't feel correct. But it does say that you can, or is that a thing that you're allowed to do? I don't think that you're allowed to do that in C++. Yeah, I didn't think that looked correct. I also don't recognize this notation anywhere. Can't you do static cast? Like so? Yeah, that might work. Who knows? And then data set blend shapes. Suppose we'll need to have a getter and setter. Second. My ears. Okay. Set blend shapes. Like so. Set shapes. Punctuation's very important. All right, something like that. This one should be pretty easy because let me just bind this one, set blend shapes. There we go. We can do data set blend shapes. Data get blend shapes like that, and that's also a dictionary, I think. Please be a dictionary. Okay. So there's your blend shapes, and then I believe everything else just needs to be figured out. So we have a transform 3D, which you can build from a transform. Well, given a quaternion, right? Given a quaternion, given a quaternion. Okay, yeah. Because you can build a transform from a quaternion plus a vector 3, right? P data. So this is get head rotation, I guess. Something like that. And then the transform 3D. Transform is equal to transform 3D from a basis, and then you can specify the origin. Well, that's not super useful. I don't know, basis. You can construct a basis from a quaternion, right? Okay, so from the quaternion, there's your basis, and then here, P data head position. Get head position. Yeah. Right, and then from here, then we can do data set head transform. What a pain. And I think that means that we can also just build all of this all in one go. So that's fine. It's kind of gross. So there's a transform built from a basis, built from the quaternion that comes from a vector 3. And then also just the vector 3 of the head position as well. Phenomenal. And I think you can kind of do the same thing with data set left eye transform, which is a transform 3D from a basis, from a quaternion, from a P data left eye rotation, which I believe is good enough. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like poetry. It rhymes. All right. So I guess meow face is just going to have to be the most advanced one for now, because otherwise, oh, I can do my best. Now that I have these things, so set head transform. So it's based off of two things. Transform 3D. It's based off of a quaternion from one of these. So this is get, I guess, rotation. I guess it's get rotation. And then here we can do P data get Euler. Because I think I usually, yeah, I usually just use the Euler, get raw Euler. I think that these are the correct values. I don't remember. These might not be the correct values. Hold on. Open C-face data. There's get rotation and get translation. So you know what? I think I've been doing this wrong. Yeah, this should be get translation. Yeah. Although the calculation should be very similar. Transform. So this is based off of the basis from a quaternion. P data get left gaze. Transform, pretty much the same thing. Basis, quaternion, v data, gaze. And I think everything else still needs to be, well, I guess it's not everything else, so I'm kind of going the opposite direction. So I need to figure out which blend shapes are controlling which specific thing. Because OpenC face does not come with any blend shapes, but It'd be nice if I could try to map some of OpenCFace's raw data to whatever, right? To map blend shape values. Well, think about it. Think about it. And if I get rid of media pipe, because we don't need media pipe anymore, mostly because I figured out that this, trying to do this entirely from C is kind of a bust. It's definitely not going to work. So media pipe, say goodbye. Give this a really quick recompile, get out of here. Build GD extension. You can do it. Oh, there is already a constructor. Where is it? Oh, it is here. You know what? I'm dumb. I'll put it after. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. Security advisory on Tokyo affects at least one of your repositories. Really? Hold on. Checking my email. Oh, and it exists in my my personal website. Fantastic. All right. So where is this? 232. 232. Oh, it's this one. Does it need to be a constant variance? So make this a const. Tracking data. Const. Alright, give it another shot. Give it another try. See how it feels. Ah! 2 overloads have no. Are you not allowed to do it this way? No instance of overloaded function matches the arguments list an object. Object has type qualifiers that prevents a match. Argument. See, this is something I don't quite understand. What does this mean? Object type. It feels like it's something to do with object type, but I'm just confused. Like you can. Does it want like a string built from a constant character array? Yeah, it's not this. It's the fact that it's a constant variant that it just really does not like. Right, so if I try to run this, it's going to fail with the same error. Clearly. Not expect anything else. Cannot convert from... Can you construct a dictionary from a variant? And then just hope it you're able to cast? I guess you can try a cast 2. Like that. But isn't cast 2 that requires something else? Yeah. Well, I don't know. This gives you a dictionary pointer. Are you allowed to do that? And then I can just dereference. That feels about right. What is this? Packed color array? Huh? Two, 3, 2. Yeah. Finding callbacks, not a member of Godot dictionary. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Okay, how are you supposed to cast variants? I always forget how to cast variants. I know there's a way to cast variants. I just need to look it up, I guess. In PD native dev cast variant. Where is it? How do you cast? Where is it? Is it this person? Object cast to? It's not really what I want. Yes, I keep forgetting. Okay, there is nothing to do. Okay, so you can just do something like this. So this will give you a variant. Or actually, will this just work? It might just work, I don't know. That doesn't seem right. I hate C++. Ah, yeah, okay. Okay, well, at least we're at the... I know where we stand. Cannot convert from... Maybe I could just take in like a ref of a ref counted, and maybe it'll be slightly different. Is it really because of this const? And like this also needs to be const? Or is it because like you're not allowed to call const? Okay. Maybe you're not allowed to call on these. Or maybe it has to be like this. There is a magic combination of these things here that will make this compile. Maybe you just want to pass by value. Nothing. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So apparently it can't be a constant variant. So it has to be like this, but then here, it's not giving me what I'm expecting. You know what, let's just leave it out for now. We're wasting too much time to do. Stub. Doesn't do anything, but we do, or I guess we should bind it at the very least. And then I'll just have to check with probably Malface. That's the most complete right now. Because I think for, well, not for both of them. For simple Meowface stuff, you won't get any of the eye tracking or mouth tracking stuff. But, you know, we're close. We're close enough. I think this should just compile then. Mark everything everything is red. Say goodbye. Okay. What is your problem? All these template errors. Is it like it doesn't like the static methods? Tracking data, 269, nice. It's media pipe. I hate this. What the heck? Usually there is one thing that it refers to. Like there's one line somewhere that kicks off this entire trace. 268. And then it's just gonna compile a, or not complain, but it is complain. It is gonna complain about all of these. And it's only for 267. Well, no, it really is only these ones, huh? Okay, it's curious. You would have thought generic tracking data would have had the same issue. So if I take out this, do I also get the same errors? I do get the same errors. Okay. Well, not really. It's curious. This is very annoying. I don't want to deal with this every time. You know what? You know what? We'll keep this on the Godot side for now. So these will just be here, and we'll keep them all as to-dos, I guess. So I'm burning, which is way too much time on this. All right, there we go. It's fine. So close this, go to here. Go to 4, vpuppr 4. And then under, I think it's tracker manager. Then I just need to rethink how this works. And actually, I'm also remembering I'm in the wrong branch. Hold on. So I should get ready to... What is this thing? It says it's high severity. Race condition. No, interesting. That makes sense. As one of the async channels has issues. All right, but tracking. Yeah, so this is super gross. I think what I want to do here is under tracker manager. So we have the tracker manager here under the app manager, and then I believe app manager is just kind of its own, yeah, standalone thing. But then we can do tracking. Yeah, I don't know why I'm making it so fancy here. I think this would be better. So basically just hard code a bunch of stuff. So this is no longer valid, but we'll leave it like this. Assert false. Hold on. Add me, give me a to-do, give me a stub here. Doesn't do anything right now, but I would like to have it do something eventually. Trackers. Has tracker already exists. Trackers. Open cface. Why isn't this giving me code completion? It's making me very scared. Does not exist. Plus tracker manager. So I think doing it this way makes more sense because, one, I think that was one of the design goals of the port, is just to make a few more things hard-coded rather than try to build out a system that is infinitely extensible. From what I can tell, the infinitely extensible system mostly just results in pain. Lots and lots of pain. For no reason. Locap. Trackers. Media pipe. So all of these shouldn't be too difficult. I just need to remember which values they're expecting. So this one would be like OSF is open cface. Tracker is OSF, and then we'll also just want to start it as soon as possible. Let me see, I'm on the wrong repository once again. All right, and then I think I also need to very slowly, I think what I'm going to do, I was thinking, what if I just keep it like this? So we have two different repos. So we have vpuppr and vpuppr, or we rename the original to one like vpuppr classic or whatever. And then this becomes just regular vpuppr. But then that means that we're then splitting the repository for no reason. And also, more importantly, we lose all the stars. So I think what I'm going to do is just push everything that's under the vpuppr4 repo to a different branch under vpuppr. And then just once this is good to go, we'll just perform the swap at some points. I think that makes sense. So what is OpenCFace looking for? Okay. Did I not do anything? Did I not bind this with an appropriate var arg? I did not. Is it because everything is hard-coded? No, everything is hard-coded. That's true. That's true. Okay. So OSF start. That's fine. MF is meow face new Tracker, some sort of variance. We don't know what it's going to be, but we can do. Hey. Oh, sorry. Do it like this. So there's your object. Here's your object. Hello. So that we need the address. So then how would you know where to pull these values from? I guess this one we can just do like 127.0.0.1. Oh no. What's the default port for Meowface? I could look this up, but I'm not going to. Oh, and actually, I think this is supposed to be a different one. So I guess to do stub. This has no ports. What is the default port? Meowface. What's the default port? So start receiver. That. And I'm pretty sure this is actually supposed to be set to my phone ports, not the other stuff. Media pipe. This one's a bit special because this one needs to be set to the GDMP stuff. GDMP GitHub. Then I need to look at the demo stuff. Demo project. Face landmarker. Alright, so this depends on GDMP. So net task. Face options is media pipe. Task base options. Very verbose. And it has some sort of delegate. Hold on, I'm just going off of the demo at this point. What is the delegate? Delegate is equal to media pipe task CPU. Camera helper, we'll need one of those. Hold on. I think I can leave these under just like a generic resources folder. This is going to be a bit dicey though, because I'm not sure where to put this. Base options. I think for now, under add-ons, I can just leave this under GDMP. Just under here somewhere, right? File access open. Res add-ons. GDMP face marker v2 shapes dot task. And actually, I can just grab theirs. Face land marker, task with blend shape. Let me just download this from the repo. Then GDMP, downloads, grab this. There we go. Here's the task. So what is your problem? So we just need to read. Model asset buffer. Model, yeah, probably the buffer. Probably better. File, get buffer, file, get length. And then after that, then the tracker object is going to be equal to media pipe face land marker new tracker initialize base options running mode. What is the running mode? Running mode live stream. Number of faces 1. I'm pretty sure, yeah, everything else is fine. Yeah, there's half output blend shapes. Yes, that's what I want. And then the callback, I gotta think. Because I think part of the issue here as well is that, how do I know which callback to use? Because here, this one is just tracker, object, result callback, connect. And then this has result callback. Yeah, some sort of func with a result. Media pipe face land marker results. Then the image, which I don't need. Image pipe image. And then the timestamp, which I also do not need. It's a very scary function. I think all of these could potentially kind of work like that, right? Yeah, so this has a data receipt, which has room for a callback as well. I don't know. Let's just print out the result for now. Why not? Give me a debug print for result. Everything else should just kind of work. Not really. I mean, this will need to change. But that's add tracker. Why not? Add tracker, remove tracker. Not trackers has tracker. Does not exist. Otherwise, we need to grab the tracker. Object is trackers tracker, and it's some sort of variant. We have no idea. So match the tracker type. So if it's a trackers open C face, I think that's the easiest one. Media pipe, it's a bit more dicey because I'm not really sure. Well, actually, no, I do know how you would do it. You would just need to stop calling, like, detect async. Okay. For media pipe at the very least. Everything else I just need to call stop. And then those should disconnect by themselves. Gotta think about that. All right, because the only way that this gets called is if it is currently doing a thing. Process camera frame. Okay, so meow, not meow face. Vision task. Camera helper. Oh, once you start the camera, it just kind of starts by itself. Okay. And then actually, this is going to be kind of tough. It's going to be kind of tough. I might need to just write a little thing for media pipe, a little custom thing for media pipe. Because media pipe has two separate objects. It has a camera helper, which just kind of runs on its own. And then you need to hold on to that. And then there's also the actual task objects, which you also need to hold on to. So hold on. Hold on. I'm a little confused as to what to do. I don't know. We can call it like media pipe class, like media pipe holder. What does it do? It holds media pipe references. So camera helper, which is the media pipe camera helper. Wow. No, and then the task face detector. Right. Does all of that stuff. I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking. Permission result. Permission result. Camera helper set mirrored true. Camera helper start media pipe camera helper facing front, sure. Then we're just using their values. I'm not sure if these make a difference. Permission result. camera helper, permission results, connect, granted. I don't know if I need this. Permission dialog. Do I need this? I don't really know. Do I need this? Maybe I don't. I'm gonna... Camera helper. So open camera. When did they call open camera? Okay. So you need to explicitly request permission if you want to, but I think that's only on Macs anyway, so let's not implement that. That's kind of a pain. Start camera. Yeah, let's ignore most of this. Camera frame. What do you got? So camera frame, process camera frame. Then this uses process camera frame, detect async. Okay. So image, media, pipe, image. Task. Do I have the delegate? No, because you don't have the delegate available. Oh, that's fine. Let's just try it like this then. So task, detect async. And that should be knitted already. So image, time, get ticks, milliseconds. I think this is fine. Took off too many parentheses. Yeah, there we go. So camera helper, do all of this stuff. Tracker object. This all needs to be done on the task as well. Task initialize. Okay, so base options, running mode, live stream. We're doing the same thing that we were doing before. Is this what I initialized it with? These look different. Like that. Media pipe face detector. Too many arguments. What did I put here? Oh, this is face detector. This should be face landmarker. Media face landmarker. That's right. Yeah, so there you go. We initialize a task, and then on a new frame, we then call detect async. And then the task itself then also needs to have its own callback, which for now, task result callback. And then we'll just do this. Nope. All right, so I don't have a logger, but I can just print it out. I can just print it out. Blend shapes. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. That's not really going to do anything though. It's just going to print and be very annoying for the most part. So all of these will just auto start, by the way. This needs to change. So this is now the media pipe holder. media pipe holder. Tracker object. Start. I think for a lot of these, I'm going to have to make it so I'm passing options to these as opposed to just kind of hard coding them like this. All right, so this isn't implemented. This isn't implemented. I guess we'll hit it with a logger error. VTube Studio not yet implemented. Show mocap not yet implemented. I think everything else should be fine though, right? Oh, but I'm not passing in a I'm not passing in a thing here. Actually, can't I do tracker object data received? Data, and I guess this is where I can start to. I gotta think. I gotta think. Let me think. Data. Is this missing the properties I'm expecting? No, this has everything I should need. It's pretty ugly. It's just a bunch of properties. Don't know. Anyways, why am I still doing this? I need to get VRM loading. Finished. I keep getting distracted. Where is it? Roman. Just give me a Godot, please. I know I can put it somewhere else, but I don't feel like it. So VRM, say goodbye. Where's the new runner? And then the selection should actually be choose model, and it should be like an actual model, not like a pack. So if it works how I think it should be working, all right. If it works how I think it should be working, then we should be fine. Otherwise, who knows? Ooh. Just a bunch of errors. That's good. Can you do it like this and then that'll still be fine? I don't like how none of these saved properly. It's a bit spooky. Bit spooky. Ooh. Did something get corrupted? What the heck? So this is wrong, by the way. Method expected 0 arguments but called with 0, huh? I swear I've done this before. Sorry. Oh, I still have just a bunch of these? Why? Alright. Get me in here. Unable to do the thing. That makes sense. Test. I think it's going to give me an error because it currently exists. Nope, never mind. While loading the runner. Unable to load. Error occurred. At least I'm not getting the error anymore. It's because I have too many tests. That shouldn't be it. So there's nothing here, which is expected. Try to load it in this thing. Running with this name already exists, which is not true. Unable to load a runner. Runner selection. Runner context, unable to load. Runner context. Oh, good. Okay. So we can continue to do the weird this thing here. Oh, sorry. How did we get here? So we're able to get to here. Pen from file, generate scene, and then I just don't pass in any values. So hopefully that should be more correct. Block submission. Is this me? Where is this coming from? Shouldn't be any of these. Okay, runner contact. So it's somewhere here. It's one of these. For pens. That's so weird. You're usually able to hot reload. I keep acting as if this is a Godot 3. It's Godot 4, it just does not like hot reloading. Alright. Before a pen from file. So it's something here, because we never get to unregister. I suppose I should be doing this on just like no thread. That would be easier. You know what? Okay, let's take it off of the thread really quick. Okay. Alright, so this is going to explode, but that's fine. Invalid get index model path on runner data. That makes sense. So runner data is Not model path. But it'll be accessible from the resource. So this is also wrong. Model path. So this will be config model path. Right, because this is always going to be based off of the config, which makes it slightly easier to manipulate. Yeah, because then I can just check the config type, which I'm not currently doing, but I really should. So I can instead do like match config or whatever. So data, just do that really quick so I don't forget. So I think that was the error. Hold on. Let's undo that. Redo this. Takes a little bit. Ooh, so close. And one of the only justified uses of me having a spinner. Okay. So we run into a different issue here. All right, so call me here instead, and we'll see where we explode. Takes a little bit. Oh. Once more with feeling. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, we're in. Also, we're not able to find a skeleton. Why is that? Where is your skeleton? So there's the gimbal. Oh, is it just called general skeleton? Can I just look? Is it possible for me to just look for nodes that are of a certain type? We'll think about that. Model. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. None of the tracking stuff needs to go either. Project.getDo. Yeah, so none of the GD extension stuff, none of the GUI stuff, none of the tracker stuff needs to be pushed. But now, at least now we're able to load in models, more or less. All right, let's do it like this. All right, good enough. I should be doing smaller commits anyways. Git status, git add screens. Rebase. Get sorry, we'll get stash. Then we'll get rebase. Picks up, and I think this is just edit. Yeah, stop for amending. Nope. Reword. Use commit. Reword. Handle. Like that. And then we can probably just merge. Git stash apply. Then the rest of the changes are tracking related changes, which is a huge pain. Loading for VRM models. Did I made this a draft for whatever reason, ready for review. Merge me. Check out master git pull. check out new branch, refactor tracking changes. All right, there it is. We'll close this one. I don't think this one's very useful at all. Close pull request. New pull request. And tracking changes. Okay. I think that's fine. I don't really want to work at this anymore. But at least I know where I am. Right, so the tracking changes are going to look like this. And then we'll just have to hook up. So new runner stuff, that's fine. The tracking and then tracking manager are very important. So what's to do is to run through all the possible trackers that are handled. So I think those will just have to be hard-coded in the tracker manager, since I'm going to be having an enum of all the possible trackers anyways. Right. And then for each one of those, probably what I'm going to be doing is I'll just run down the enum list. And then from that list, I generate just a list of all the trackers. And then since it's just like a really simple, you know, turn on or off type of deal, I think that makes sense. Right, so just kind of wire those things up to be very tightly coupled, because I think it makes sense for those two things to be very tightly coupled. Right, so each one of those buttons just corresponds to one of these, something like that. Or maybe I'll just redo this entire view, so you'll have like maybe the ability to really quickly toggle, but then you can also just click on it to modify options. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Let's do that later. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll be live whenever. Just trying to find the will to be motivated to work on stuff, but whatever. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll be live probably Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time working on this again. Anyways, goodbye.